Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss about a very important resolution passed by the Kerala government in its state assembly criticizing the central government's offshore mining policy. Let's try to understand what is the meaning of offshore mining and what kind of resolution has been passed by the Kerala government against the union government. Let's try to understand it. If you look at offshore mining is nothing but it is extraction of minerals and other valuable materials from the region of seabed, continental shelf or deep sea regions of the ocean. If you extract the valuable minerals and metals, then it will be usually considered as offshore mining. And as we can see very clearly, over time, man's hunger for resources has only increased. Because of which reason, people are trying to find valuable materials, particularly rare earth elements. Then along with that, some atomic minerals. And along with atomic minerals, some search is also on for polymetallic nodules also in the ocean bed. Because of which factor, there is a lot of interest in offshore mining of late. And if you look at the offshore mining, there are three kinds of offshore mining. Number one is a offshore mining which only targets the continental shelf. Continental shelf is usually the shallow part of the ocean where the mineral extraction is a little easy. So offshore mining, it can be done one on the continental shelf or two, it can be done on the seabed. This is the second kind of offshore mining which is usually called as deep sea mining. Then the third kind of offshore mining is usually, it looks this way. This is nothing but extraction of oil and gas from the seabed. Because of the presence of many fossils, there are tremendous deposits of natural gas and oil on the seabed, and extracting this natural gas and oil is part of one more type of offshore mining. So in total there are three kinds. One is continental shelf mining, the second one is deep sea mining, and the third one is extraction of hydrocarbons and minerals from the deep ocean are the three kinds of offshore mining which are present. Now let us try to understand what the controversy is about. In India, the law governing offshore mining is passed by the central government in the year 2002, which is called as Offshore Areas Mineral Development and Regulation Act of 2002. And when this act was passed by the central government had a monopoly over the offshore resources and it was directly employing its own resources in order to extract these minerals. But of late, the central government has realized that private sector participation in mineral extraction is very important, particularly in offshore mining, as offshore mining requires very high levels of technology. Because of which reason, in the year 2023, the central government has amended the 2002 Act in the year 2023, and in the amendment, so offshore mineral blocks can be given away in auction to private sector organizations. So this has been an amendment which has been passed in the year 2023, and the lease agreement for the private sector companies is going to be for 50 years, which is a very extended period of time. That is the second thing. The third thing is, in the offshore mining, the licenses which are given to the private companies are usually called as composite licenses, which include exploration, extraction, and usage of minerals. All of these things are given as a composite license to the private sector. This is the third provision. Then over and above these three provisions, a fourth provision is also included, which said that offshore areas mineral trust would be established, similar to the mineral trust which is being established in various districts which are under mining. Offshore mineral trust would be established, which is going to provide relief to the people who are adversely affected by the mining. This way, with multiple provisions, the amendment was passed in the year 2023, leading to private sector participation in offshore mineral extraction. And we might be knowing, or you might be knowing already, that Kerala coastline is very rich in minerals. We already know about the monazite sands of Kerala. We know about the rich biodiversity of the Western Ghats region. Even the oceanic part of the Arabian Sea bordering Kerala is also very rich in biodiversity. And in this region, the central government has given mining licenses to private organizations, which is in fact being opposed by the Kerala State Assembly. And it is saying or stating reasons like, first and foremost, it might adversely affect the fishing in the region. It might also destroy the fragile biodiversity of the region. That is the second factor. The third factor that we can see is very clearly, they are also saying that it might disrupt the livelihoods of the people who are living in the coastal region, who are dependent on the coastal region. Their livelihoods also might be disturbed because of the offshore mining. So this way, the Kerala government has passed a resolution against the central government policy on giving away the offshore mining operations to private sector organizations. We have to wait and see what kind of impact it is going to have on the central government, how the Supreme Court is going to respond to the said resolution by the state government. We have to wait and see. But definitely, extracting offshore minerals for the development of the country is going to happen in the future. But let's hope so that the mineral extraction is going to happen in a sustainable manner without having an adverse impact either on the biodiversity or on the people who are living or who are surviving on the biodiversity of the region. Thank you.
కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్ సంబంధించి ప్రత్యేకంగా సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ ఎగ్జామ్ సంబంధించి ఏ ఆప్షన్ చూస్ చేసుకోవాలి, ప్రిపరేషన్ ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి, ఏ బుక్స్ రిఫర్ చేయాలి, ఇలాంటి డౌట్స్ ఉంటే CSBIS అకాడమీని కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు. దీనికి సంబంధించి నా పర్సనల్ అపాయింట్మెంట్ ఈ వీడియో పైన డిస్ప్లే అవుతున్న కాంటాక్ట్ నెంబర్కి ఫోన్ చేసి తీసుకోవచ్చు.